NBA2K25.
I'm going to grab my koozie, but first up, let's head over to my team for some triple threat online action with our 2K TV award winner, E-Bands.
We are here celebrating our 2K TV wrap party, and we're going to head into the triple threat park today with two members of Team 2K TV, Danny and John, and one community member, E-Bands. Welcome back to 2K TV. We are so excited to have you on the show once again. How are you doing today?
Doing good. Thanks for having me back.
In triple threat, you can pick your card, so which card and player are you using today? Because this is going to be a good one.
I'm gonna be using Invincible LaMelo Ball. That's definitely my favorite card. This came out all year.
So I'll be running with Invincible Giannis, so I can help with any of the other skills that need taken care of in this game.
And I just want no excuses, so I'm running Invincible Wemby.
Let's look at our opponents here. Who do we got? Paul George. Ooh, Kawhi. That's going to be a good defensive team, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Shy. But yeah.
Okay, this is the first time I've ever seen John make a three. Normally he just stands under the basket. Okay, John.
Man, you have him moving. There is something else seeing someone who knows what they're doing and dribbling with LaMelo like that.
How many ankles do you think you've taken this year? Hundreds? Thousands?
A lot, especially with the ankle breaker takeover.
When I'm out here playing, I feel like a lot of players use like PG. I do see Duncan a lot. What are some of the cards you see the community running with when you're out here playing?
A lot of Tim Duncan. I think he's one of the best level 4 dribblers.
Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Tip-off goes to the Celtics. Outside Porzingis. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
And Brown has got the ball here for the Celtics. Outside Porzingis. Caruso grabs the board. Here's Oklahoma City now. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
A bit ago, Mark Dacknall and I were able to chat. We talked about some of the challenges that they'll face tonight, not the least of which is defending Jason Tatum. He said the guy plays with so much confidence. He's a great scorer from all three levels. He can go for 40, 50, 60 in a night. We just have to try and make someone else beat us.
And Allie, thank you for that. 2 shots. These are his first free throws of the game. Among the best in the NBA for a few years now, Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he can just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with young players. They get to a physical level where they can dominate, but where they get better is mentally. They get mentally stronger as they get into these experiences more.
Here's Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter, someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
White on the wing. Holiday with the ball. Beyond the arc. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Outside, Williams. Screen by Holmgren. From deep. Boston pulls it in. Outside Holiday. Up top Tatum. The drive by Porzingis. The kick to Tatum. And here's Brown for three. Gets the three ball to go.
A consistent shot for him. Brown likes the three.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. And Williams punches it home.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive. Pass to Holmgren. Puts up a three. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Holmgren's got 5 points.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Inside. Back to Brown. And we've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. Tatum can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Dort for three. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
You know, one thing you got to love about Drew Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor.
Pass to Tatum. And here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
Now Dort takes a three. Hauled in by Brown. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And he makes a first.
Standing at 7-3. We have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
And stolen by Porzingis. Here's Tatum. The kick out to White. Pass to Porzingis. And stolen by Holmgren. To the middle. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And so it's Oklahoma. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Thunder.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
The offensive rebound. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
Porzingis misses. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. So it's Boston now. Following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Ooh, Brown inside. Hey, he's more than just a shooter. RJ, does playing at a faster pace work the same in the regular season as it does in the playoffs?
Depends on the opponent. Teams that like to slow it down and can be methodical in the half court can make it a slugfest. You have to be ready for that.
Here's Tatum. Following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Outside Porzingis. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Oklahoma City now. This is the most they've led, 13 points. Williams from long range. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. Now the Celtics on the move. And here's Brown for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Caruso with it. Now guarded by White. Dort outside. To the inside. Pass to Caruso. On the wing, Caruso. 6 to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Here's the break. White for 3. That one doesn't drop.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Here's Holmgren. No luck on that one. Celtics trail by 10. Dort with a steal. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Back to Williams. Pass to Caruso. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Goes up off the inbound. Down low. Holmgren drops it in.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Holiday with the ball. Now guarded by Holmgren. The 3 is up. And Drew Holiday hits from deep.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Holmgren. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's Holmgren missing. Celtics trail by 9. Three-pointer Holiday. And again, Boston with the triple.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Outside White. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Tatum. Back to Porzingis. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Celtics trail by 6. Outside Holiday. Porzingis sets a screen. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. This is his second trip to the line in the game. Thunder leading by 3. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. It's Williams, high post. Launches it. Knocks down the triple. Williams has got 6.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
The drive by Tatum. Dort. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Hartenstein. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Yeah, the guard instincts of Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, fantastic work dishing the rock to uncover teammates.
Porzingis. The kick to Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen. And finished by Tatum. Wow!
One of the craziest dunks we've seen. Tatum with the bounce.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Oklahoma City shooting their second and third shots at the line here. And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
Now here's Holiday. 7 points in the game. Porzingis putting the size to work.
Putting his court vision on full display. Holiday plays the role of floor general pretty effectively.
Pass to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Going inside. Gilgeous-Alexander slices in for a bucket.
And such a clever player in pick and rolls. Gilgeous-Alexander is unpredictable and understands how to attack defenses.
Tatum with it, and it's Dort picking him up. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Pass to Williams. Down low. Here's Hartenstein. Hartenstein a screen. Here's Williams. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Number 7, Chet Holmgren.
Celtics trail by 6. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning. What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. He's got any move for any situation that you throw at him. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them.
Good on the second, so he makes them both. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. And we're going to have a jump ball. And they get it back. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Williams. It's stolen by Holiday. Now here's Tatum. He's guarded by Caruso. Porzingis sets a screen. Outside Holiday. Clock at 6. Here he goes. And Holiday powers it home.
Boy, I'll tell you, when Holiday shifts gears, he quickly leaves people behind.
Outside, Williams. Now Holmgren. He's got 11. Pass to Caruso. To the paint. Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Now here's Brown. He's got 5. Outside White. Back to Brown. Over Williams.
Really plays both ends nicely. Dort does the little things right.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Pass to Tatum for the tie. Oh, and a great bucket from Tatum, taking the hit.
Brushing off the contact. Look, the dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
Inside. Here's Holmgren. Outside for Dort. To stop the drought. Sinks it from distance. Dort's got 6.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Outside Tatum. tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep, Holmgren. The third quarter comes to a close. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 6. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Tatum. The Thunder pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Williams in the post. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. And it's Holmgren missing.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Here's White. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Thunder lead by 8.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Yes! Kristaps showing some range.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Porzingis. Pass to White. He shoots it. Oh, right between the eyes. All net that time.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Here's Tatum. White on the wing. And stolen by Caruso. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. From the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach cautioned his team against feeling comfortable. He said the moment we take our foot off the gas, they're back in it. Let's push through the finish line. Brian?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And here's Holmgren. Just 5 on the clock. Williams from long range. Nails it from 3.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
There's a screen. Here's Tatum. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the Celtics, Jason Tatum.
And so Tatum nails both of them. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Holmgren. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Williams. To the inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Dort, defended by Brown. Yep, that one goes. And the Thunder lead by 7.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
Tatum with it. Dort defending.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Tatum looking it over. And blocked with his palm. What a defensive play. The drive by Dort. To the paint. Rebound Boston.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
White for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Williams with the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Porzingis misses. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Pass to Holmgren. And here's Caruso. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. And stolen by Porzingis.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game, because this one looks a bit out of reach. Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
That's tipped. And stolen by Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Right side, Holiday. Pass to Brown. Back to Tatum. Here's Brown. White on the wing. Clock at 4. Boston again missing. Here's Oklahoma City now. There's a screen. Holmgren with it. Tipped. And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. Williams with it, picked up by Tatum. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso outside. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Porzingis. All right, Grant, a matchup of the elites tonight. Two titans clashing in this one.
Oh, my. B.A., I mean, there's no shortage of stars on either side of the ball. These tend to be statement games, sending a message by imposing their will. And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Now here's Williams. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. About a minute played here so far in the first. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla, and he acknowledged that they're facing one of the most dynamic players in the league in Gilgeous-Alexander. He said there's no way to defend him, that his speed and movement, we need to be ready to rotate and help on every possession. Still, he said they're all looking forward to the challenge.
Thanks for that, Allie. Holmgren with it. Picked up by Tatum. Back to Williams. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Man, he is stronger than he looks, trust me. I mean, Williams has the bulk to win those tough battles inside.
And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
Nice basic one-hander there.
Hey, I think he got some extra bounce off the ground on that one. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Caruso outside. Sinks the tray. Williams has got 6.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
To the inside. And stolen by Williams. Outside for Dort. Outside, Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The ball's knocked loose. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander tucks it last. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Porzingis sets a screen. There's the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Porzingis has got his 2nd basket of the game.
Bigs stretch the floor like Porzingis. He can be just deadly from the arc.
Caruso outside. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
White with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. And Brown with the stuff.
Nobody's going to catch Brown in the open court like that. Nobody.
And you look at Derek White, Richard. The energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
4 on the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso outside. Pass to Holmgren. Goes back up. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Celtics lead by 5. Inside. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
Knocked away. Here's Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. And the bucket is good. Porzingis has got 9 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Boston.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Outside, inside, in between, it doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Holiday, still without a bucket. It's Brown on the wing. Left side Tatum. Clock at 6. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Brown, no good.
Nice work there to get a body, seal off his man, and collect the glass. That is textbook.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's his first foul. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Here's White. And he's knocked off course by the D. So the foul is called, and he'll shoot free throws. Lou Dort picks one up. Boston shooting their first free throws of this game. And he drops the first. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Headed to the floor right now, it's Celtics Entertainment.
White hits them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Caruso outside. Dort for 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Kristaps Porzingis getting it done to the Celtics. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. More 2K action in just a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Winning the turnover battle is so important. They've been sharp so far, and it's showing up on the scoreboard.
Chet going to work inside.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Back to Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And the call will be against Derek White. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Clock is at 3. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Boston leading by 6. Tatum with it. Guarded now by Williams. And Brown with the stuff.
I'm not going to lie. Jaylen Brown, his hops are different.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, well, it's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out. Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Now here's Porzingis. 9 points in the game. And it's Tatum missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Screen by Holmgren. On the wing, Caruso. No points so far. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
Pass to Holmgren. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. There's Holmgren on the slam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Porzingis. Rejected by Holmgren.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Back to Tatum. Over Dort.
Come on.
And it's Tatum missing.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year. Already an elite shot blocker.
Celtics lead by 6. Dort with a steal. Pass to Caruso. Here's Williams. 6 points for him. Down low. Here's Holmgren. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside. But fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Number 55, Isaiah Hartenstein.
We've got 1:13 left in the second quarter. 4 on the clock. Here's Caruso, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Holiday. Yet to see a basket. There's 57 seconds left in the first half. Left side White. They kick it out to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. And the basket is good. Porzingis has got 13 now.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
And Hartenstein gets it to go.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Celtics lead by 6. Ooh, here's White on the drive. And yep, it's good. He's got 6.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
There's that man, Gilgeous Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous Alexander. Brown scanning the floor. Porzingis sets a screen. Williams grabs the board. Dort outside. Three-pointer. No luck on that one. And so it's the Boston Celtics leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Back after this. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror. He sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
And he's doing it all himself, shouldering the offensive load in effortless fashion right now.
And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? Named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. Pass to Holiday. From deep. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 6. On the wing, Caruso. No points yet. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target with the 3. Boston on offense. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside, Brown. Three-pointer, Holiday. Good. And Brown gets the assist. And the Celtics lead by 9.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Fast break. Here come the Celtics.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Tatum with a steal. With a finish. Ooh, Tatum slams it home.
The two-way game of Tatum is just special.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Will it go? Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
On the wing, Caruso. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Dort. And Porzingis with the block.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Outside, Williams. Six on the shot clock. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his third foul of the game.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
Dort outside. Pass to Caruso. Shot clock at 5. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander.
That was just incredible instincts defensively. He saw the ball coming back out and made the play.
Quick down the lane. Brown flying by defenders.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the bucket by Boston. There's a minute 12 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Hartenstein. Second chance effort. Williams from long range. Celtics lead by 15. And stolen by Caruso. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. The Thunder making a switch here.
To the lineup for the Thunder. Number 7. Chet Holmgren.
56 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Porzingis. Fires for 3. Dort grabs the miss.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
That's tipped. These are his first free throws of the game.
Personal foul. Second team.
That's good from Dort.
And I think Lou Dort is a textbook example of a high-effort player. He is just relentless on both ends, constantly looking for ways to make a difference.
So it's Boston now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Lou Dort picks one up. Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
Jason Tatum.
That free throw misses.
Now look, from the moment he stepped into this league, Jason Tatum has been a difference maker. Every team in the league is looking for guys like him. Long, athletic, and most importantly, winners.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 points in the game. Holiday looking for an opening. To the paint. Tatum. Holmgren with the block. Dort outside for 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Boston up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 14-point game.
First team foul.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Williams on the wing. Caruso outside. Clock at 6. Back to Williams. Shoots over White. Called in by Brown. Celtics lead by 14. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. Pass to Holmgren. Boston with a rebound.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Now here's Tatum. Back to Porzingis. And they recover it. Outside White. Shot clock at 2. Another shot. They get it again.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
The kick out to Williams. Here's the pick. And Porzingis with the block. This one for 3. Again, the miss by Boston. Thunder trail by 14. On the wing, Caruso. The baseline, Jay. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Pass to Brown. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's White. Porzingis sets a screen. Back to White. Clock at 4. Inside. Porzingis putting the size to work.
Size, explosion. He's a dangerous finisher, and we saw it right there.
And the call will be against Derek White. That's his third foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Boston on D. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Caruso with it. Outside for Dort. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Pass to Holmgren. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Outside White. Back to Porzingis. Over Holmgren. Porzingis misses.
Normally he drains that.
And here's Caruso outside. The rebound, Celtics. Outside, Brown. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Brown is a talented scorer who also excels at drawing fouls.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant, not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And this is what they want to see from Porzingis, taking contact and completing the play.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
No, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with it. Guarded now by Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
It's White with a drive. To the inside. Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Celtics.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And what a huge performance it was for Kristaps Porzingis.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
They're running. Hammers it down. Goes coast to coast. 40 seconds left in the fourth. It's White with a drive. Rejected by Holmgren.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Down low. And the big finish by Holmgren. Boston on offense. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Wallace outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. So we see the Celtics get the win here. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard.